It's late and I should be going to sleep, but I don't want to sleep. I never really do. I struggle with it. There's something about not being conscious that's weird to me. Um, and I have really stressful dreams. Anyway, it's a stressful time to be alive, and I'm just trying to keep going, like anyone, but I'm exhausted. Like I think um everyone who is paying attention is. It's funny. I watched Lost in Translation tonight, which I think is maybe my favorite movie. If not, it's for sure top 3. Just a movie that I really love and that I've wanted to rewatch for almost a year. Just because I've had some life stuff happen, and that's a movie that makes me feel very seen, you know? And it's funny because my initial instinct was like, oh, I'm going to jump on here and like talk about all the reasons why I love it, and like break down the movie. But first of all, I'm too too tired to do that. It's like I've been wanting to make something a little bit more structured on here, but this is so easy because I can just hit record and talk for a minute and then just upload something and not think too much about it. And I think, I don't know, that just works for me. Not having like something else that I need to like dedicate myself to. But also I'm just questioning that instinct of like, I'm such an overanalyzer and I'm very prone to over intellectualizing things. We want to understand things and we want to know. I mean, I want to know why things are important to me and why I think they're good and why they resonate with me. And I want to dissect art. That's what I do for fun. But Lost in Translation is one of those movies that just touches me like somewhere really deep. There's just something about it that just really resonates with me. And again, I could sit here for a few hours and break down everything that how it's shot, and just I think the writing's really great and the performances and everything. I could, but at the end of the day I'm like I don't want to. And it's funny because I've been trying to stay off social media. It just fries my nervous system, and it's a time waster. And among many, many, many other reasons why I think it's terrible. But anyway, I'm very against these like review websites like Letterboxd, or I say against just for me personally. Like I don't have like an issue with them existing for the most part. It feels like another way for us to commodify art and our experience with like stories and just things that move us. And it's funny because I play games and people have asked me like, why don't you try streaming? You could do that. And I'm never very good at explaining it, but what I mean when I say like no, I don't want to do that is I don't want to invite a voyeur into a space that is for me, which again, I consume art in a very specific way, but that's like a singular, internal, introspective experience for me. And if I introduce other people or anybody watching that, it fundamentally changes the experience that I'm having. Does that make sense? So it's funny that I wanted to start doing this because I'm like, everything's so performative and I'm sort of expected to present myself as a certain brand. Like I went to this alumni talk for the computer science department at the university that I went to. because I'm living in my college town right now and I'm just around, and so they had me come talk. And I've done some cool things that, college age kids think are cool. Whatever. And I just remember the guy sitting next to me, again, a guy who's been very successful in the corporate world, just saying like, yeah, you really need to brand yourself. It's all about branding yourself. And he's talking about LinkedIn and stuff. And I remember sitting there and I literally was like, I don't know why I'm here. I'm bartending right now. Like, you shouldn't be taking advice from me, was almost like what I said, which was crazy for me to do. Um, anyway, but yeah, just this insistence on like, I have to present myself as a brand and try and sell myself. Uh, and that being tied to the sort of expectation of like how to be successful in the current situation that we have going on, it's just crazy to me. And you know people will record videos, and going back to the art thing, like people will record videos of themselves reading a book and crying and posting it online. And I know that it's just part of the world we live in right now. And I mean, I'm posting online right now too, so clearly I am not entirely, I'm a hypocrite is what I'm trying to say, but I'm just trying to express how I feel in this moment. And how I feel right now is just that like everything is so performative all the time, and that's why I want to keep this like a very raw, real, authentic exchange. Especially, I just picked up some freelance writing work again, so now that I'm back in digital media and I'm very aware of algorithms and trying to get things to you know get some traction online and stuff. I just am very aware of how those systems work. And I just want to have a very like authentic lived experience and be honest. So, anyway, part of that honesty is just like, it's a weird night. It's quiet. Um, my roommate's out of town, so it's just been me chilling, which I've needed. I was saying the whole last part of the year that I really needed to like hibernate this winter because December was just so nonstop and crazy, and I hate living that way. I like living really slow, and sometimes it can be really hard to do that. Just the way society kind of works right now. So, anyway, yeah, I watched Lost in Translation and I said, I don't need to sit here and yap about why it's great, because you might agree with me and you might not. I don't need to like convince anybody to like the things that I like. I think I've been kind of obsessed with that for my whole life, probably. I just want to have like meaningful experiences with the things that I'm engaging with. And sometimes it can be fun to talk about, and clearly I've loved doing that so far, but also at the same time, like, I want to always maintain the sanctity of my relationship to art and stories. And yeah, I just feel like we're in a moment where we are not encouraged to have like a quiet introspective. Honestly, okay, I will say one thing about Lost in Translation, and that is you really see a yearning for like the ritual and the communal of just like taking it slow, doing something deliberately, like really paying attention to it, having an experience, like being somewhere and having an experience. That's an idea that movie really celebrates, and it's one of the reasons why I love it. But anyway, uh, I am very much a believer that the society that we've built in so many ways is very counterproductive to human flourishing and the things that we need to feel safe and happy and loved, and like we're part of a community and like we have value to bring to that community. So yeah, weird time to be alive. We're all doing our best. I hope. So just trying to be a kinder, more thoughtful, uh just a better person. And just got to keep going and try not to freak out. Okay. I need to go to bed. So I'm going to do that and I'll talk to you later.